I couldn't sleep all night because I couldn't help but fear waking up from another nightmare in the morning because I live in a Shebeen. Okay, probably wondering what's a Shebeen. Well, in South Africa, gathering places for drunkards who lack class, where they drink all different kinds of strange alcohol. It's called a Shebeen. It's not like a bar. It's more sort of kind of tattered, worn down, very rural, primitive, and it just has people drinking like the cheapest booze in the land. Ain't nobody finding no Jack Daniels in a Shebeen. You're not gonna be finding a cognac or some sophisticated puza. It's just maybe even methylated spirits. Kasele, Layoni, you wouldn't even know what that means in other countries, but it's like really cheap beer. Being a Christian in South Africa is like being a little girl that lives at the house where your parents own a shebeen. And everybody's just always drinking. Everybody's always just throwing things out the cot. There's always fights breaking out. Women, also very rugged and rough, complaining about being touched some funny way by rugged and rough men. And these rugged and rough men that touch them like this, these women, are essentially just acting that they don't want them. But deep down inside, they feel flattered that at least somebody looked at them tonight. But they like to raise their voices and like, hey, we're not John. Isn't this boy snacks? I'm right. Angazwanga ngithi right nami ngingusisi ngifuna ukuthutha right wena John hlala udakiwe uma ngifuna ukuthutha right John ngizokunikeza lento angazwanga ngithi right John nami ngifuna ukuyospoilwa ngifuna ukuyiswa ebhayisikopu John. So it's just a woman saying, John, you don't treat me right. You don't treat me right. If only you just treated me right, I would give you what you want. I also want to be treated like other ladies. Take me to the movies, John. You're just walking around staggering. Yeah, and you're like a little girl seeing all this because your parents own a shebeen. In South Africa, shebeen vibe. Well, when you live at a shebeen, because your parents sell alcohol to cheap drunks, there's really nothing you can do as like a kid because, you know, this is your home. So you develop a lot of post-traumatic stress. It's like, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't ask to be born. But I was born. And now... I was born and now I live at a shebeen. And it's just always very shebeeny. I'm exhausted. I'm like proper scared to sleep. It's like Nightmare on Elm Street. Not even scared. I can't sleep. I'm unrested. I can't sleep, y'all. It's almost 9 a.m. in the morning. I did not catch a wink. Like, I'm trying to sleep so that, you know, life is not going to be so rough for me. But I can't sleep. I can't. Because I live at a shebeen. I live in a shebeen. And John is always like messing with the ladies who pretend they don't want to be with him. Yeah, because that's like the South African situation. Nobody's fixing anything. I can't stand this place. I know we're going home soon. And I know that it's like this everywhere in the world. But like, it's just, it's hard to live in a shebeen where everybody's always drunk. And the drug of choice, the alcohol, is witchcraft. As I get this country, like there's nothing left here, guys. There is no more South Africa. There's no more country. Just a shebeen. Dagiwe wonke umuntu is throwing things out the cot. Everybody's just hella unhappy. Yeah, but like they, you know, they survive. They cope with this stuff. Like they cope with witchcraft. They down methylated spirits as a way to deal with the fact that they're addicted to methylated spirits. So there's really nothing that can be done for John and Patricia, the shebeen queen. Yeah, other than for God to just clean this place up. It's dirty. Like, there's no turning back from this. Like, there's literally no turning back. It's... Like, Africa's always been a little bit of a shebeen, right? Yeah, it's always been a little bit of a shebeen, but now it's like a really big shebeen. It's like, instead of there being regular bars and grocery stores in every street corner, there's a shebeen. And it's like, wow, there's no getting out of this, guys. There's no getting out of this alive. The Lord told me the other day in the bathroom when I was doing whatever that unless he cut these days short, no flesh would be saved. And I was like, yeah, ain't no child living at a shebeen got a bright future, like proper. The parents are irresponsible to raise a child in such an environment as that. The witchcraft epidemic in this country is so horrible. It's so bad. Yo, it's so nasty, guys, that really and truly there's no one's coming for anyone except Jesus. Like, there's just so much witchcraft operating that no one can breathe. Like, guys, I need to understand the little shine. Please, just explain this to me. How do you live in the same house? Like, there is this couple in this country, they are married. It's a celebrity couple. Dineo something and her husband, whatever. Both of them, but it's like, yo, so much chaos in one household. Both of them are sangomas. Both of them. So, I mean, when you go to initiation school, there to be a sangoma saying, when you go to this place, they teach you some tricks, you know, they put them up your sleeves and stuff. That's what's good. They teach you witchcraft, they teach you dark things, they make you drink blood and all that jazz. So there's no one that's ever twasad that doesn't know what's involved. There's no one that's twasad that does not know what this stuff entails. They know it's evil. Like, they would be lying if they denied it, right? And then they teach them how to like do this and that and that and the other. So when a married couple, itwasile, who in the world under heaven in that relationship trusts anyone? I mean, when you know that your husband has power to manipulate forces to make you something and vice versa. Yeah, that's South Africa for you. Like, where is the trust? Where is the trust in a marriage like that? Where bro man is a sangoma, sister girl is a sangoma, everybody is a witch. You can't, it's cantankerous, it's chaotic. It's chaotic, guys. So get your time sharp in there. That's all that is. Like, when you marry another sangoma, you are both tutoring each other. Nivimbene ngemiti no itu sharp. No itu ni bolile kutlie. No itu antembeki ku obvious. You pretending. Like, I can understand a guy dating a girl was sangoma naively thinking that there's a good version. I can see that happening. Marahale twasite, when you've gone through the rituals, the initiations and the whatnot, when you've gone through the whole process, y'all know that stuff is evil. Y'all know that stuff is evil. Y'all know that stuff is evil. I've listened to some testimonies on YouTube of some people who have been redeemed from the kingdom of darkness, from being disangoma, and when they describe how they got initiated, how they got it was a fight, whatever, you know, like the whole thing that they do to become sangomas, even they describe it as just a very nefarious practice. It's just evil. There's like blood drinking involved. Who drinks blood? Who? Except for a vampire. Like, who? Everybody knows vampires are evil. Anyway, but I made mention of this particular celebrity couple because I just wanted you to understand that South Africa is a Shebeen, and children are being raised in households with parents that are running Shebeens, and it's just unsafe for kids. Imagine living at Kosoweto, Dube, maybe Pimville, and your grandmother owns a Shebeen, or your mother and your father own a Shebeen. You are growing up amidst a bunch of drunkards, and there's nothing you can do. Every so often fights break out. Every so often you catch people in the corner in a bush doing the dirty. Every so often people hit each other with bottles. You see drunken brawls. You see people there in the, like, proper 7 or saying 8, 9, and he's already there to buy a carton. Yeah, that's what's good. And no good example at all for children to observe such a thing as that. Weekends are the worst. I mean, weekends are this chill time for kids. You know, they get to be home, play outside. So if the kids have got like friends that visit to come and play Chicago or whatever, they have to like happen upon drunkards just regularly while playing party. Yeah, ish, guys. When I was growing up as a teenager, maybe 20, yeah, teenage, maybe 18, 17. We used to date these guys, Wako Rockville, my cousin and I. There's some other girl that was also part of the scheme crew, like Sanse. And we used to buy booze at this joint called 7 Piece. 7 Piece was like a booze. It was like a Shebeen, like proper. But like a joint that sold alcohol, right? To the likes of us. In the wee hours of the morning, it was still open. It was 7 Piece. Guys, there were children like playing around, just playing. You could tell they lived in the house. 7 Piece was a house. It was like a regular house. but they sold alcohol there, and every so often people could just, and there were always cars parking, goof goof goof, like yeah, buying booze, doing their things. Everybody's like, people are high, people are drunk, and there's kids like playing in these streets. I mean, you're dealing with young adults. Some of them are still teenagers that are frankly just dangerous to be in the presence of kids because they have no responsibility, not a single responsible bone in their body. And yet kids are busy dancing around in that environment. They're busy playing because their parents own the establishment. It's home. It's where they live. It's not like they are trying to be among irresponsible 20-somethings and irresponsible 17, 18, 19-year-olds. They live there. So when then you decide to open a Shebeen as a mom, when you decide to open a Shebeen as a dad, when that's just the thing that you think is going to make you money, you are putting your child in harm's way in the worst way, and you are making them basically become survivors. Yeah, my voice is deep in the mornings when I wake up, guys. I haven't even slept, so I don't even know why it's that deep. It should be as sweet as it was last night. Anyway, whatever, y'all. When you're raising a child in that ecosystem, that kid gotta grow up real fast or just end up inevitably, like, in and of themselves being a little no-brainer because they grew up in an ecosystem, in an environment that basically made it look as if though it's okay for this to be a lifestyle. It's just a way to make money. It's the way mommy and daddy pay school fees. So, I mean, that's how I get bread. So now it's like, what, like potentially a future career for the children? It's called generational curses. That's what's good. So the child whose parents own 7-Piece is now the owner of 7-Piece, just selling booze, like perpetually just encircled by all these drunks without a single responsible bone in their body. That's what witchcraft is like. Families full of people bewitching everybody, kicking kids in the stomach before they're even born. Yeah, so 7-Piece is now South Africa proper. Like Shebeen, you don't come around to see me in the week. Drunk girls basically singing that to all their boyfriends. You don't have a chance. Got lisp, lip with her face. Call me on the phone, yeah. I'm your weekend special. I'm your weekend up, picking up. It's Friday night, it's time now. I know I must be ready for you, just waiting for you. It's Friday night, it's time now. I know I must be ready for you, just waiting for you. I'm your weekend special. Those are the girlfriends, because they're always high, always drunk, always getting used by dirty boys. Like, yeah, and they only get called on Friday night. Yes, they know they must be ready for him, just waiting for him. Yeah, and it's like korobela kana kwateng. Witchcraft has made this country like a proper Shebeen, and kids are growing up in Shebeens, and so they will inevitably become Shebeen queens and kings. They will inevitably become side chicks, side pieces. They will inevitably date guys papa jisitseng. They will inevitably batwase. It's called generational curses. Everybody is drunk. Everybody is drunk, and Christians are like, guys, they are these boring people that are just very irritating and standing in the way of the Shebeen queen and king as he's raising his children to basically become a menace to society, just as the Shebeen queen and the Shebeen king are. Kasis, how about you open a small little spaza shop, a small little business that sells, like, you know, spices, food, soup sachets, bread, milk. Instead of that, it's more lucrative to sell alcohol because people love to get drunk in the hood. That's what's good. Well, in South Africa, it's more lucrative to be involved in witchcraft than to be on the straight and narrow, because you're going to inevitably get knocked out of the way by someone that does it, so you might as well just start doing it yourself, right? Yeah, it operates much like artificial intelligence that way. You know how there's all these people engaged in the field of artificial intelligence warning the world about how artificial intelligence is so dangerous for the world. We don't know what to do. Let's warn people. This thing could get way out of hand. This thing could totally get way out of hand, like any minute now, right? Could totally just get out of hand any second now. But instead of me as a big tech executive stopping my AI project because it's so dangerous. Singularity is a thing. We don't know what could potentially happen. These machines might literally take us over like in RoboCop. That's what's good. But if I stop, somebody else will continue with this project. Little startups are gonna pop up all over the show. Little kids on the internet are going to take my idea and run with it. So since I am in a position to monitor it carefully and I understand that this could be dangerous, let me, keep at this job, being a market leader, so that we've got essentially the rights to most of the AI, so we can nicely control it because we are more moral than the independent developer in the corner over there. So they stay in the field, because if they don't stay in the field, they're gonna get taken over by someone that's going to get in the field, learn the field, and gain a bigger market share. So AI continues to thrive and thrive and thrive until literally singularity is a thing, falls over a curve, don't know where it's going. Might actually be like a whole zombie apocalypse or a whole AI apocalypse, but we don't know. So let's put responsible people in front of it, as if that's even been a thing. Because according to the Bible, the human heart is evil above all things and desperately wicked. So there's really nobody here that's good, so good that they can make sure that their invention, I get to burp, leave me alone, does not destroy the world, And if it tries, they can just, pull a plug, switch off a button. That's what's good. Yeah, no, God was able to do that with human beings, created us all intelligence, and once we started to reach singularity, he was like, I'm sorry, button, switch it off. You are now surely dying. We can't switch these things off. That's what's good. So we're getting decimated. Indeed, witchcraft, like AI, is exactly that monster. Singularity. Don't know how far this can take a nation over, how demon-possessed people can be, how much destruction can be caused by this thing. Don't nobody calculate it properly. Can't nobody really figure out all of its parameters. Can't nobody. But people are look, I get this thing can be very dangerous, so I'm gonna be a nice little good sangoma or a nice little dabbler and only do good witchcraft and make sure that I control everybody else that does ridiculous witchcraft. Okay, I have a little story to tell. The recent wish that came into my life reached singularity. You know why? When we were chatting over email, this chick that contacted me via my form on my website, when we were chatting initially over email, I could tell that she was involved in witchcraft because she asked me questions that I immediately responded to her by saying, no, that's not even an option. Because we're children of God, and being children of God, we don't repay evil for evil like that. We just let God handle some stuff. The question she asked me was, but these witches, when they all up in your grill, don't you think that sometimes it's best to give them a taste of their own medicine? I did not know why she was asking me there. I imagined that maybe, just for a split second, she's saying, don't you think it's okay to hit them back with witchcraft if they hit us back? If they hit us with it? I didn't know what she was saying, but my answer was no. God said, don't repay evil for evil. I thought that maybe she was speaking about, just kind of or passing them shade, or really just having, taking no prisoners, wanting nothing to do with them. But something inside me was deep down thinking maybe this chick has used witchcraft before, because she felt frustrated by how wishes keep coming at her. And frankly, Jesus is not coming fast enough to her rescue. So she's going to take matters into her own hands, visit a sangoma, and handle some people. So she's dabbled. Here it is that she chats with me for all of 3 weeks. And then in the 4th week, she spazzes. She manifests demons and then ends up bewitching me. I would imagine that. Oh yeah, another thing that she said over email was that everybody else, I leave them alone. But these witches, I don't take prisoners. These witches, they don't mess. I will handle them. But everybody else is safe. I still I was like, what is she talking about? But me, Dumbo, ignoramus. I then was like, yeah, witches, absolutely. I also can't stand them. We need to fast and pray and just ransack their works. I thought she was talking about how she really just stands in front of God about these witches on some handle them, kill them, destroy them, they're nasty. While everybody else, she's all forgiving. On some, God, have mercy on them. They don't know, they know not what they do. I thought she had the same angst and the same anger, indignation that I have against witches. So I was just I brushed it off. I brushed it off until she slapped me with witchcraft. So once she slapped me with witchcraft, this thing has been running in my mind. It's literally been living in my brain rent free. What she did to me. Okay, I've been thinking about this girl like quite a lot. This woman that was in my life for all of 5 seconds. On some how do you sit with me and chat for so many for like lengthy emails, exchanging notes essentially in Christ? How do you fellowship with somebody and the two of us talk so much against witchcraft and against witches, and then you cast a spell? Why were you not convicted? Why didn't you imagine, okay, at least this time around I found someone that did not choose to go and use these weapons when she was frustrated by witches, when she was frustrated by unanswered prayer or what looked like tarrying from God, basically just a lack of patience? I found someone that has been holding fort, and so I'm gonna hold fort, Instead, this woman, because she was in the presence of a true Christian that's never settled, literally reached singularity. She did. She reached singularity. She sat me out for 3 little, few, tiny, meager weeks. A negligible amount of time, in which season she ultimately bubbled over and did that which she told herself in her sanctimoniousness she would never do. The Bible says the human heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can tell what it'll do? So these people that think that they can control AI, just like this random female that reached singularity, who told herself that she will only come up against only witches with witchcraft, but everybody else, she'll leave them alone. She will leave everybody else that's innocent in this matter, whose hands are clean, alone. But she's going to be a little vigilante justice witch, where she's going to be wishes. She's going to be wishes because you gotta handle them with their own weapons, according to her. So I imagine that she feels as if pretty much all throughout her alleged Christian life, she's been helping God along, to basically deliver her from the witches in her life. She has taken them personally to sangomas on some lo yang tagata lo unyenza this one wang sabotage. I can tell. Let me know. Show me in your little calabash if this person is truly responsible for hurting me. And the sangoma is like, sisi. And then she's like, yeah, go back to her, back to sender. Whoa, using witchcraft, an abomination to Emmanuel. That's what's good. Yeah, she did this against what she calls people who deserve it. And then one day she met a fervent Christian, essentially one of the least deserving people of such an affliction as this, that has been struggling a lot with witches. And then she put a spell on her. Made like this dog outside that's barking, interrupting my silence detection. That's what's good. That's what's good. So the witch that came into my life that reached singularity is similar then, to AI that way. To people, to big tech execs and developers that keep warning against AI but who continue to experiment on it because if they don't do it, ain't nobody else gonna stop. This chick told herself that if I don't cast spells on these witches, how else am I supposed to find protection? Because Jesus is taking his merry time rescuing me. Christ is taking his merry time delivering me. My lips are dry. I don't understand why they are so dry. I usually wear something. Oh, I can't find the labello. Like, what in the world? My lips are so super dry. I need chapstick. There is nothing I hate more than barking dogs, guys. When I'm busy talking, I don't like dogs. I don't like barking dogs. But I guess some of them I can take in my stride. Whatever. Yeah, hey, labello. Goes a long way to make a system less dry. That's what's good. Yeah, so now I'll stop licking my lips because I saw good dry. As these dogs, they just remind me of witches. Well, you're in the middle of a conversation and like the Bible says don't cast your pearls to the pigs nor give what is sacred to dogs lest they should trample you underfoot and then turn around and tear you to pieces. Anyway, whatever. It's just squeezing everything out. Yeah, no, the witch reached singularity, you guys. And now there's like basically a confirmation that once you start with witchcraft, you can't stop yourself. So when an entire country is practicing, when husbands are married to wives that are sangomas and vice versa, when both couples in a marriage are sangomas, just what is the extent of falling over a cliff can an entire country do? Just what is the end result of witchcraft when it's that extreme? When wonke umuntu ubhizi la emgaqweni. When an entire country is involved. Just like this dog barking outside, interrupting everything I'm trying to do. It's like it. I can't stand dogs. Yes, they're barking. Like, I don't even understand why they're household pets. I proper don't. Is why I have a cat. I'm a cat person. Ditutsi. Unless they're busy fighting. But dogs will bark all night. Like why they're called man's best friend, I don't understand it. Because they're loud. They cloud neighborhoods with this noise all day. Like this one yako next door, it just barks and barks and barks and barks all throughout the night. And there's like nothing you can do. It's just barking. Like they're proper a nuisance, a disturbance. More so even than a couple that likes fighting in the neighborhood. In your complex, and yet they are allowed by our governments to live among us. But anyway, take your best friends, I'll pass. Maybe it's because I'm angry, I don't know. I always wanted Dalmatians, but I can't stand barking dogs. Like, I don't think I'd be able to handle. I can take a cat in my stride any day, but you know, some people are dog people, some people are cat people, some people are just not pet people at all. In my case, I'm not a witch person, because they're also animals. Moving on. Singularity, that's what's good. That's what we've been talking about here. Witches have reached singularity in South Africa. In Africa, I believe that the pandemic or the epidemic has reached singularity. And there's no calculable end to what it is that they can achieve. And the only person that can stop the destruction by the human race of the human race is the human race's creator, God. So he's going to take everybody out of here that belongs to him. And, snatch him away. And then just handle those of y'all who have put the earth in a position to suffer singularity, to suffer a zombie apocalypse, a robot apocalypse, an AI apocalypse, a witchcraft apocalypse. Is it like proper? Witchcraft apocalypse is exactly like a zombie apocalypse because they become emotionless, heartless, and they also get taken over. Like this woman, it was on the day when I gave her my Facebook handle so we could chat on Facebook. A video calling because we were planning on doing a prayer meeting together. And when she went into my Facebook, the Lord showed me that she also went on right ahead and perused, visited, made a decision to be a little gangster and stalk my Facebook. My photos in there, which are just pics that I take of my hair and my success and whatnot, and what I'm doing is on my old Facebook. If she had seen my old Facebook, she would have even been worse. It's not the Facebook of when I was on the come up. When I was still working. It's the Facebook of recently, where I'm just uploading photos of a suffering, struggling lady in this like poverty-stricken environment. Yeah. And she would like scrolled through them until something in her snapped. There is this show on TLC called Snapped Women Who Kill. Yeah, they call it that precisely because it takes a different kind of snapping for a woman to kill. Because it's rare for women to kill in comparison to men. This chick snapped and she became a woman who kills. Decided that I don't deserve a life. Yeah. Herein lies the witch that reached singularity just like these barking dogs ngaphandle. They're gonna make me reach singularity. They're gonna know what time it is. Anyway, whatever. And like the thing about dogs as well, the neighbors, the people who own them, they can't even be like, Spotty, quiet, the neighbors are sleeping. Spotty, quiet, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. Spotty, what's wrong? Why are you barking? Nah. They just let the whole neighborhood get serenaded by a barking dog for hours on end while we all just kind of gnash our teeth and there's nothing we can do about it. Can't stand dogs. Anyway, whatever. Those are y'all who are dog lovers. I ain't hating on you. Please, I get to have preferences. Some of y'all hate cats. I don't even like mine that much anymore because I'm living in these constricted environments. And my cat likes to dust bathe and come back and mess up with my sheets. So, frankly, animals at this point, it's like, animal noises we can all understand. No, we can't. Old MacDonald had a farm. Let him go sit there, E-I-E-I-O, and leave me alone. Because I literally can't stand animals. Like, at this point, it's just like, what is wrong with witches? Because they are animals. This chick reached singularity after getting inside my Facebook. Mona, and then her envy made her snap on a woman that she had told herself historically she would never ever snap on. Yeah, so there's really no end to what in the world and the heaven they can do. So basically then in a country where people are just practicing witchcraft left, right and center, you're gonna hit anyone you envy. Anyone that makes you even slightly uncomfortable. Wah, 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 wah. That's what's gonna happen. So we're gonna be looking at, mothers, daughters just dying. We're gonna be looking at daddies, daughters, and sons just dying. We're gonna be looking at suicides and just everywhere. We're gonna be looking at job loss and unemployment everywhere. We're gonna be looking at zombie apocalypse. Like, I'm emotional. Recovering only after 5 seconds. Marakana koting, you've got blood on your hands. Next thing you be singing, Mama just killed a man and put a gun against his head. Pulled the trigger, now he's dead. And Mama, life has just begun. But now I've gone and thrown it all away. And Mama, ooh, I didn't mean to make you cry, but sometimes whatever, never seen it all. Oh, carry on. Nothing really matters. Kapota. It's too late. My time has come. Send shivers down my spine. Body's aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. I've got to leave you all behind and face the truth. Mama, ooh, I don't want to die. Yeah, someday, oh, nothing really matters. It's South Africa here, everybody is killing. Everybody in this country is now a zombie. Oh, Jesus, what shall we do, Jesus? 'Cause ain't nobody here in their right mind. All we gotta do is get on out of here. Here. Ow, carry on. Nothing really matters. Am I like if a whole country is singing? Like, see you at the crossroads. Cause everybody's a witch. Wonkumuntu's like, I never meant to do it. Why did I pull the trigger, boom. And kill a brother life so soon. I'm a criminal. Oh Lord have mercy, what to do? I'm a witchy. Oh mama, I just shot a man down in Central Station in front of a big whole crowd. Oh, Uncle Tuluriana, Bone Thugs in Harmony, and Bohemian Rhapsody. Everybody is killing. And then later on, they're like, I'm so guilty. Really? By then, somebody's dead. Somebody's committed suicide because you blocked all their prospects. By then, somebody has been married to a guy or had sex with a guy that gave them HIV. By then, you have knocked a domino over. It's something you can't reverse. Hebatung, I didn't mean to make you cry, but you did. You did. When the whole country's doing that. That's singularity right there. Right there. Next to this dog is proper still barking. Like, why are dogs allowed in neighborhoods? It's like owning a lion or a wolf. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Like, it's just such a disturbance of human peace. You're trying to sleep. Yeah, they're proper, these dogs. Just like witches. Shebeen queens, you don't come around to see me in the week. You don't have a chance to call me on the phone. Yeah, I'm your weekend special. I'm your it's Friday night. It's Sunday. I know I must be ready for. Probably even getting a lazy eye. While you're at it, the waitress got puza face got thing. Cause witchcraft people like guys, it's alcohol. It's alcohol, yeah. It's methylated spirits, it's straw rum. Have you ever had straw rum? Just one shot. Just one shot. Hey, when I was at varsity. My friends and I had one shot of straw rum. We were so high. We weren't even drunk. We were high for like a good 2-3 hours. Just high on straw rum. Because it's got such a high alcohol percentage in it. Yeah, witches are like people who their first spell is like a shot of straw rum. You will like stagger about on campus taking photos, making everybody wonder what religion these space cakes Banaki bao bahai. It's just this thing that's tipping an entire country over, and people are practicing it because they're telling themselves that if I don't do it, somebody's gonna come at me. Obviously, there's a lot of witchcraft operating against my career, so I gotta fix this. Like I gotta protect myself. Jesus is not quite coming through for me, so I'm just gonna go on right ahead and bewitch the next person. You're dabbling with spiritual weapons, you're piercing into the cosmos, you don't know what you're dealing with. You don't know what kind of entity you're dealing with, how old it is, what it's done before, and what it will do tomorrow. You don't know what permissions it runs on the earth and how they're gonna get those permissions, the body that it will use, yours, maybe hop into another person's body because the country's just such a free reign of such sorcery. It's pharmakia, like all up in your grill, you guys. Y'all don't know what you're opening, you don't know what you're doing. If you were to wear spiritual goggles, you would probably do less witchcraft. You have made the country team at the folds with it, and you've made people so uncomfortable with the lives you've given them thanks to witchcraft that now they're dabbling too. So now when the whole country is just shooting men down in Central Station in front of a big old crowd, that's a good choke, it's okay. When the whole country's barking like this dog, ain't nobody ever gonna sleep. Ain't nobody. Guys. I mean, look at Karabo, you've put her in a casket. If I were to commit suicide because of my life conditions, witches would be like, Mama, I just killed a lady, put a gun against her head, pulled the trigger, now she's dead. Mama, life has just begun, but now I've gone and thrown it all away. Goodbye, everybody, I've got to go. I gotta leave you all behind and face the fact that I killed Karabu. So now, like Lady Macbeth, Mama, I can't get the blood of the king off my hands, ooh. So because I can't deal with my own guilt, I'm then gonna go grab a noose and end my own life. So now 2 people are dead. The victim of the witch and now the witch. Yeah, you don't know what this can cause. Look at the country right now. Witchcraft is responsible for the state of the nation proper. In the next sauna that Maposa does, Cyril Ramaphosa, he needs to address witchcraft. People in the state of the nation, this is what is really actually truly good in the country. You are all just little satans, and you need to stop because look at our economy. In the absence of you ceasing and desisting hostilities against innocent people with your sorcery, we will not only remain blacklisted but grey-listed, but we will graduate to blacklisting. We will not only have a crack in Bray Street, but we will also have a crack on William Nicol. And we will also have a crack all throughout the Garden Route going to Cape Town. Not only are we going to be junk status in the economy, but our entire currency, you might as well call it the Zim dollar. Not only will our 30% interest, I want to say, sir, correction. After all, there is money in the couch, it's all I can think about, but I'm a hypocrite, so I'm giving spish. And making you laugh because I know how to put a COVID mask over my face. And act like I'm a good president. Our 30% going back to the point. Unemployment rate is next year going to be 45 if you don't stop stealing career. Not only are the boyfriends and the husbands gonna continue to slap the girlfriends, but this time gender-based violence will reach epidemic levels as if though it's not already bad. Please stop with the korobela.
If only you were a lot more sober in the way that you thought about your fellow man, you might even have a little bit more electricity. Because then, as the government ourselves, we would be successfully prayed for by an actually thriving church. Since right now you are just playing Chicago in the church, you are playing Batia Martine, you are playing Kom Banana and Scotch. Because as witches, you are drawing little flowers in your Scotch number 9 block. Because you have won the game. And because of your winning of the game, there's no electric. So if you actually really truly prayed as the Church of South Africa, the way we display in our national anthem, Nkosi sikelele Afrika, maluphakanyisa uphondo lwayo, iva imithandazo yethu, Nkosi sikelela thina lusapho lwayo, Morena boloka setšhaba sa heso, o fedise dintwa le matshwenyego, o se boloke setšhaba sa heso, setšhaba sa South Africa, South Africa. Edi blofa non si hemel, edi deep defa non si, where ons eve vartes, or die kranse antwoord gee, sans the call to come together, in South Africa we stand. Let us strive and call for freedom in South Africa, oh land. Sing it with me now. Come on, sing it with me now. You can say a national anthem is 100% Christian. So frankly, you've missed the point. State of the nation is essentially reprobate according to the biblical narrative and apostate. So if you people who are called by the name of the Lord Jesus Christ will humble yourselves and turn your life over to Jesus, yeah, pray like it did your whole auntie's life depend on it, since she's on life support, yes, and God will heal your land. So the state of the nation addressed today, bottom line and fine print is, you are apostate and reprobate. That's why there's no electric. That's why witchcraft is running rampant. The national anthem, in it, there is nothing about ancestors. Not even a single thing. And frankly, I have no interest in adding the ancestral component. Otherwise, it will be Nkosi acknowledge amadlozi etu. Ufedise karabo le bazalwane, o baboloke, baska kgona go rapella setšhaba sa heso, ba bolaya kaofela bazalwane. Jalla salt word via somdat ons hart die Here, ons sal jalla gebehet nou die las. Jalla is nonsens, jalla praat nonsens, die Here is beloof van die ancestors. Y'all don't know what you doing in these streets, because the ancestors have always been the baddest. Don't know why you never added them to our anthem, but at least now we are riding with them whole boom 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 boom. Last time I checked, that was not the national anthem. So please, let's just keep ourselves sacred and Christian. Then maybe you will get more than 2 seconds of electric every day. I feel as if though even I'm dizzy as Cyril Ramaphosa every time, because when I try to do better, your witchcraft is operating. Every premier I hire, municipal councillor, every prime minister, everybody is into this stuff. My daughter got initiated at the university. My cat is being used by the next door neighbor's witch to fly with it and on a broom. In honor of myself personally, frankly, I won't confess, but I've done a few things. Over and above it, Mandela was a knight of mortar armor, whatever, Illuminati obvious. So from the highest ranks all the way down to the domestic worker, everybody is hookah chaka. I feel as if though this needs to stop. This is the state of the nation. It is a Shebeen. And your mothers and your fathers are Shebeen queens and kings. And that needs to come to an end because the children can't keep growing up like that. Alright, South Africa, I love you, I love you, I love you, country. Just start playing. Praying for real and not playing, because who wants to play Kom Kom Banana at my age? Really, I'm very tired. I don't want to find a belt, and on top of that, I don't want to take the punishment. You want to tickle me, you want to zipper me. Really, I'm done. Really, do I look like a child? No. I'm sick and tired of being dissed and mocked. Otherwise, I'm going to shove it down your throat to the new currency with BRICS, digital currency, mark of the beast. Watch me do it. You either pray or it's over. So Ramaphosa done gave you that speech and you still don't care. State of the nation be like, Singularity much? Our national anthem might as well be about the ancestors because everybody's practicing darkness out here in these streets. I'm done, South Africa. The dealing now. Man, ke feditse ka wena South Africa, nna ke feditse ka khona go bala ene I can tell lore like ke qeta o dropa phone ena ke tlohela o bua tjena. Even when I'm done talking here, I'm still not going to be able to sleep. Like proper, like nightfall nje. Ngavele ngagcina ngivukile. All day, all night, and I'm still awake. Horrible day I'm facing ahead because of exhaustion, fatigue. Because y'all don't care to admit that this has reached a point of singularity. Witchcraft at this country is at epidemic levels. It is ridiculous, and it is not getting fixed. Our president will never make the kind of speech I just made right now at the State of the Nation. Our national anthem will never ever get acknowledged for what it is. A Christian national anthem. We will never stop. So, Karaba's going home, guys. I mean, proper, I ain't gonna miss you. I'm not missing you. I'm not gonna miss you with your dogs that keep on barking like all night long while I'm trying to sleep. I won't miss you. I won't miss you and your Shebeens, 7 Luna, all of y'all raising children in the admonition of ancestors. I, under heaven, am not going to miss you, South Africa, with you tarnishing everything left and right. Anything. A person sneezes the wrong way in your direction and you've put a spell on them. I'm not living among this much longer. I won't have to. The Lord is taking the body of Christ home. We are going home. I'm not going to miss you. And when also the plagues start to fall in the tribulation, Revelation 6 all the way to 22, well, like proper, I'm also not going to be crying that you're getting killed, slaughtered, ransacked, humiliated. Those of you who survive, congratulations. Come to heaven. It's the only place where it's safe. But everybody else, I won't miss you. I will not miss you. You made my nation insufferable to live in. And I'm not the only person that feels this way, by the way. So many other South Africans are bleeding. And so many other people across the world are bleeding from international sin that has just ramped up everywhere. I ain't gonna miss you. I'm probably gonna be like those snooty people in the capital watching the Hunger Games. People on the ground out here in these streets dying, and I won't bat an eyelid. I will not miss the earth. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna get rescued, raptured. I'm gonna get out of this jumpsuit, this bodysuit, this heavy space suit called a body. I don't know what's going on with it. Yang Gimela, Yang Bora. It can't stand dogs barking. Like, yeah, I got flaws, and I just can't stand them. I can't stand my flaws. I can't stand the fact that y'all made my tooth down here crooked because I couldn't see an orthodontist. I can't stand the fact that I can't see a dermatologist for my skin. I can't stand the fact that I don't have a job, my own apartment, like living in much better conditions than these. Like, I won't miss you. And I won't miss this earth. Neither will I bat an eyelid when the Lord is shedding the living daylights out of your blood. You had it coming. You properly had it coming. Earth citizenship, you had it coming. It's the end. You have made out of the world a constant state of the movie The Purge. Because you imagine witchcraft is this anonymous thing. You're just purging. Everything you've ever wanted to do, the girl you've always envied, now you're using witchcraft. You've made me live with an animal. Gods and Jeffela, nya. Kissing in nagagats. Living in this environment. I proper have got nothing to look forward to, nowhere to go. And I have to like keep on entertaining a cat. That's my life. Linken's Oprah Winfrey na. That's never what I signed up for. I never said I don't want kids. I wanted kids. I wanted a husband. I wanted all that stuff. The whole nine. And you were like, no, Garabo, you're gonna have kids on like proper. Like Frank Sinatra. You're gonna do it our way. You insisted on marrying me to a wicked man. And so when I rejected it, you aged me? You turned me 40? Are you serious? 40? You took a whole decade of my life. And then we're like, let's see what you're gonna do now that you still want children.
I guess you're gonna have to struggle to have babies, and you better find a baby daddy real quick. You know, it's okay. Like, it's fine. South Africa, it's cool. I'm going home. Like, yeah, hi. I'm going home. And then I'll come back with Jesus Christ, and for 1,000 years, I will then get to live the life that I've always deserved. In a proper apartment, with an animal I don't have issues with or qualms with because she's got her own space. You know, a little obstacle course on the wall that she can climb up and down. And so I'm not really concerned about the fact that, like, I have to deal with a cat dust bathing and, like, muddying my sheet, my bed linen. Living in a shack at the back of my mom's house. Smarter than all of y'all. Like, literally smarter than all of you. Yet I'm the only one here unemployed. I won't miss you. And when the Lord slaughters the living daylights out of all of you, I will rejoice. And I know that that's a thing. Why? Because in Revelation, is it 19? It becomes clear that after the Lord breathes wrath on the earth, there is rejoicing in heaven. Because you literally had all that indignation coming. Signing out in Christ's name, let me try to sleep. Bye.